Good afternoon, dear colleagues. My name is Alexander Lebedev, and I am Associate Professor of the National Research University Higher School of Economics. And today we will talk about how digitalization and optimizing of smart cities with artificial intelligence can affect our lives, can have impact on our usual duties, and etc. Well, that's about me. And as William Gibson put in, the future has arrived. It's just not evenly distributed yet. Since the beginning of 2020, the world has been changing on a scale and with an intensity that no one could have predicted. Cities not only need to deal with dramatic changes that were not anticipated, but also need to maneuver. And with the long-term consequences of these changes, strategically, in my report, I will identify the latest trends of 2022, which directly affect smart city concepts. The city's success depends on its level of readiness, flexibility, and adaptation. Whether we like it or not, the digital age of urbanism has come. 8 billion people live on our planet, and the annual increase is 1%. More than half, 57% of the country's population lives in cities. Trends such as centralized data management, cybersecurity transparency achieve the highest frequency. You can see the main trends in the digitalization of cities on this slide. Preferred trends reflect the social aspect based on resilience protection, sustainability, and values. The global artificial intelligence market size was estimated at United States dollars as 119.78 billion in 2022, and it is expected to hit 591 billion by 2030, with a registered CAGR of 38.1% from 2022 to 2030. The North America artificial intelligence market was valued as 51 billion United States dollars in 2021. The rapid penetration of the digital technologies and internet has significantly contributed towards the growth of the global artificial intelligence market in the past few years. The heavy investments by the tech giants in their research and development are continuously fueling their technological advantages in various industries. The burgeoning demand for the artificial technology among the various end-use verticals, such as automotive, healthcare, banking, and finance, manufacturing, food and beverage, logistics, and retail, is expected to significantly drive the growth of the global artificial intelligence market in the forthcoming years. Technological innovations have been always an important part of the majority of the industries. Just a second. Slide. Okay. The dynamics of the digitalization of cities is also evident in 2023. The contribution of smart city concepts is argued by all parties involved, such as citizens, the city council, the government of the business sector. Development depends, above all, on a technological core that aims to build a compact place to live. Cities are getting smarter thanks to economics growth in the artificial intelligence-powered processing of the huge data sets generated by running and monitoring urban centers. Although There are no generally accepted definitions of a smart city. There are some common criteria for them. According to Kim, the development of smart city can be divided into 5 stages. The first is city based on information and communication technologies. The second is the phase of construction of basic infrastructure, followed by the application of technologies to specific smart city areas, holistic application to entire urban areas, and finally, urban planning, which is the preferred element of development since 2020. The main goal of the last stage is to create flexible, resilient, and efficient smart cities with adaptation to changes and trends. Cities cover only 3% of the Earth's surface, but they are driving force for development, quality of life, and resilience. It is essential to build the resilience of urban concepts through the safety, smartness, and sustainability of smart cities. You can see the main goals of urban digitalization on these slides. The global smart city market is diverse, which complicates its analysis. To this table presents the main criteria for assessing its current state and the factors that determine its development. To visualize the global distribution of smart cities, a geographical map was compiled on which the intensity of shading a country depends on the number of smart cities in it. And the color indicator of the cities themselves displays the characteristics and relations to one of the 4 groups according to the Human Development Index. The HDI is the geometric mean of an index of income, education, and life expectancy, which values ranging from 0 to 1. In each HDI group, cities are assigned a ranking scale AAA to D, based on the city perceived perception compared to all other cities within the same city. As a result of the analysis, we can identify 2 world leaders in the number of smart cities, namely China, 12 cities including Hong Kong and Taipei, and the USA, 10 cities. But there is also a pronounced difference in their qualitative characteristics. So most cities in the USA belong to the second group, although there are 2 representatives of the first group, New York and Washington. Chinese cities are the third group, except for Hong Kong, which belongs to the second group, and Taipei, which belongs to the first group, from which we can conclude that smart cities in the United States are a level higher in quality than smart cities in China. A positive trend is that even in African countries, smart cities are starting to appear, albeit at a lower level compared to the rest of all the world, since they all belong to the fourth group. Another interesting feature is that 2022 there were 7 new cities in the ranking that were not in 2021, and most of them are the first and second groups. So such cities are Hamburg, Newcastle, United, Phoenix, Tallinn, and Marseille. Today, there are many ratings of smart cities in the world. Here is one of them developed, but it is important to know the trends in the expectation of technologies to the periphery to create smart regions and even countries. Another interesting and important question is how old cities can be transformed into smart ones. After all, the creation of a smart city is a long and complex process. Thus, work on the Fiji Smart City project in Japan began in 2007, and its full completion is planned only by 2025. Particular attention is paid to environmental issues and energy-saving technologies. The most active transformation in the urban environment is now taking place in the rapidly developing countries of Asia and Latin America. In India, it is planned to make more than 100 cities smart, while some of them will be built from scratch. In the past, cities were built along the banks of the rivers. Today, they are built along roads, but in the future, the choice of location will depend on the availability of fiber optic networks and next-generation infrastructure. Several smart city projects have been announced in Russia, such as, for example, Innopolis or Smart City Kazan. At the same time, Innopolis becomes a smart city with an extensive business infrastructure, where thousands of programmers will start working. According to a report by the International Data Corporation, the forecast value of European spending in the field of smart cities in 2020 is expected to grow to $190 billion. The driving force behind ecosystems in the smart cities concept will be data in 2022. Internet of Things, data sharing, sensitive data protection, real-time transmission and processing provide the information needed for management and decision-making functions. According to surveys, open data platforms will increase sustainability by 58% and quality services by 57%. Virtual communication ecosystems, such as Smart City Seoul, are also a new trend. Resilience, which must respond to unexpected changes, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, is an essential aspect of planning and smart city development. The resilience of city in 2022 must comply with the principles of RAMS: reliability, availability, sustainability, and security. Transparency and cybersecurity should be built in repositories such as cloud computing on the principle of shared economy. A new element will be the preference for sharing best practice cases across multiple smart cities in the form of mutual assistance, inspiration, and cooperation. Micropayment will be preferred for payments, mobile applications, or modern means of transport will work on the vision of the user experience. The potential of artificial intelligence can be exploited in the areas of security, automation, and prediction. Monitoring of systems and data is mediated by machine learning with the resulting effect of higher security. Automated maintenance services reduce costs and eliminate disruptive to everyday life. At the strategic level of the city, it will be important to predict problems before they occur. In table, the frequency was determined on a scale from 1 minimum to 5 maximum, according to the occurrence of a specific trend from 5 relevant sources, experts of smart city trends consulting companies. All 5 experts identified data management on the basis of centralization, centrist orientation toward citizens, transparency, in connection with cybersecurity at the biggest trends. Data is the basis for information creation and subsequent transparency. In current smart city projects, it is appropriate to participate with citizens, gain their contents, trust, and thus their involvement and awareness raising. Prioritizing the values of key stakeholders, including citizens, is a win-win strategy for all involved. The basic value that the new smart city concepts should convey to their citizens is a resilience security. The information that citizens receive should be protected but also transparent, and protection should never diminish the credibility of the data shared. Trends focus on building smart buildings with combined protection of limited resources and bridging the digital divide in relations to data security manifested a frequency with a score of 4. Trends in specific areas of mobility or health achieve an average frequency. Micropayments and the newly established RAMS principle have the lowest frequency. It follows that the preferred trends are those that reflect the social dimensions on the basics of resilience, protection, sustainability, and values. Here you can see the frequency was determined on a scale from 1 minimum to 5 maximum, according to the occurrence of a specific trend from 5 relevant sources. This figure depicts the trending of keywords smart city and artificial intelligence in Google Trends since 2014. The illustration shows that the interest in artificial intelligence and smart cities has increased over time. Technology plays a crucial role in smart cities, and creative technological techniques effectively assist cities in becoming smarter. Smart cities use artificial intelligence to automate processes and improve the quality of people's lives in urban regions. It is well recognized that cities can be classified as smart if they meet the criteria outlined in figure. Table discussed the involvement of artificial intelligence in the different domains in smart cities described in figure. Here you can see the artificial intelligence deployments in major smart city domains. As described, the healthcare, mobility, and transportation, privacy, and security domains have a greater impact on artificial intelligence-based deployments in smart cities. The development of urban concepts is dynamic and subject to changes in the form of trends. Population growth, urbanization, and migration create the preconditions for the creation of resilient, sustainable, flexible, adaptable, and modern cities of the future. The analysis of professional articles and the results of consulting companies shows that the preferred trends are social aspects based on technology. The values, expectations, attitudes, and trust of citizens have a strong impact on smart cities. Data sharing, and transparency are also key. After analyzing the data and their transformation into information, they are used at the strategic level of the city in managerial and decision-making functions. Cities have changed dramatically due to the intention and invention and implementation of multiple concepts such as resilient cities, sustainable cities, and inclusive cities, to name a few. Artificial intelligence and the Internet of the Things are two important technologies that have the potential to turn cities into sustainable smart cities. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. Bye.